Hey students, today we are solving CBSE 2025 paper which many students found the hardest set last year. So I'm going to show you how to solve the paper step by step systematically. So grab your pen and a notebook and let's start solving. So beginning with section A, you all know that section A contains MCQs, all 20 mark questions. So how we are going to do is we make either a rough column in the right side of your answer sheet, or you can do that on the last page, or you might get a rough sheet from the invigilator in the rooms and start with the question. Question number 1, 0.4 root is a natural number, integer, rational or irrational. So we have 0.4 can be written as 4 by 10 root, so that's 2 by root 10, still an irrational number. So how we'll write in your answer sheet, write question number 1, first make a heading section A, question number 1, and then answer is D, irrational number. Okay, students, you can also do is that this rough calculation you can do with the question also. You first do the calculation and then write your answer below. Okay, fine, or whatever way you wish is easier for you. So question number 2, let's begin. Which of the following cannot be the unit digit of 8 raised per n, where n is a natural number? If you are thorough with the concept, you know the answer is C0. But how? Because 8 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 and power n is there. There is no prime factor of as 5, right? So because 2 into 5 is needed to get 0 at the end. So cannot be the units place. 0 cannot be the units place, right? Because you can have 2, 2, 4 also, right? And if I make one more 2, it will become 16. So 6 will also come. So only 0 cannot be there, right? Now question number 3. Which of the following quadratic equation has real and equal roots? So real and equal roots, we need b square minus 4ac should be 0. So as this is not a simplified one, so let's first try faster the other ones. B part x square x, so here b is 1, this part is c0, so this becomes 0, so this is not equals to 0, right? That's 1 is coming. Let's try with the d part. Here b is 1 minus 4 into 1 into 1. So this is also not equals to 0. Okay, let's try the c part. You have b as 0 and minus 4 into 1 into minus 4. This is also not equals to 0. So your option left over is A only, right? So you don't need to simplify it first. First check with others which are simplified. Then if not done, then you go for that one. Okay. So question number 4 here. If the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus 2a by b are reciprocal of each other, then the value of b is. So let's solve. We know the zeros. Let's say they are alpha and beta, and beta is 1 by alpha because they're reciprocal. So I'll use only the product of the zeros because they will get cancelled out. So that's c by a. So c is 2a by b and a is a only here, right? So cancel. So you have alpha into 1 by alpha is 2 by b. So b comes out to be 2. So option number A, 2. Right, students? Because you do transposition, b comes out 2. Now, question number 5. The distance of the point A, minus 3, minus 4 from x-axis. So distance of any point from x-axis is the y-coordinate, right? So here the y coordinate is given minus 4, but as we need to get the distance, so we'll take distance as only positive. So 4 is the answer, right? Now question number 6. In this figure, PQ parallel to XY, parallel to BC, you have given PX as 1.5, you have given BX as 4, QY as 0.75, AP as 2, I missed that. So now we have to find AQ plus CY. So let's say AQ, I'll take it as X. So using BPT, so first I'll consider the triangle AXY. Okay, you don't have to mention it, just like that. So AP by PX equals to AQ by QY. How much is AP? 2. PX is 1.5, AQX 0.75. So when you multiply, 150 is there, 2 into 75, so it will also become 1.50 by 1.5. So x comes out to be 1. So AQ comes out to be 1. Now let's find out CY. So how can we do that? Either you do AX by BX karke, right? So AX by BX equals to ay by cy, right? So ax is 2 plus 2, 1.5. That's how much? 3.5 by 4 equals to x is 1. Okay, we got ay, sorry, 1.75 it will become, because this is 1 plus 0.75. And cy we have to find, right? So from here, cy will be how much? 4 into 1.75 by 3.5. This will come out to be 70. Okay, 7. Basically, 7.00 by 3.5 becomes 70. So you'll get 2. So this is AQ, this is CY. So then you add both of them, it will become 3. So your answer is 3. So question number 6, option number C, 3 centimeter. This is how you have to write. Okay. Now, question number 7. Given triangle ABC, you have a triangle ABC and it's given similar to PQR, right? So A to P, you can see A to P, B to Q, B to Q and C to R. So A is given 30, so P also will be 30, right? And Q is 90 here. Okay, I have not drawn it properly. So Q is 90, so B is also 90, right? So they are asking for R plus B. So how much will be R? Is 30 90, so R will be 60, correct? So 60 plus 90 you have to do, which is 150, right? So option number C, 150 degrees. I hope it's clear, students. Question number 8. So 2 coins are tossed simultaneously. The probability of getting at least one head. So sample space, 2 coins are there, HH, HT, TH, TT. At least one. So minimum one. At least means minimum one, maximum can be more head. So 1 2 3, so it has to be 3 by 4, right? So option number C, 3 by 4 for question number 8, right, students? Now in the adjoining figure, PA, PB are the tangents, so these two are equal, right? And that's 90 degree. Angle P is 90 degree here. So if AB is 3 root 2, you need to find the diameter of the circle. So first let's find the radius. This is again 90 degree here also, because it becomes a square only, right? And radius. So let's calculate using Pythagoras theorem. You know that r square plus r square, hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So r square plus r square are perpendicular and base. That's equals to 3 root 2 whole square. So 2r square is 9 into 2. So r square is only 9. So r comes out to be 3 plus minus 3. So we'll take only positive 3. So diameter will be 2r, which will be 6 centimeters. So question number 9, D, 6 centimeter, right? D should be in brackets, 6 centimeter, right? Now, question number 10. For a circle with center O and radius 5 centimeter, which of the following statements is true? Distance between every pair of parallel tangents is 5. Let's draw a circle for that. Okay, students. So here I have drawn a circle and I have drawn 2 tangents over here. Let's see. Rough figure I'm trying to draw. Okay, and the radius is 5 centimeter. So distance between parallel tangent, is it 5? No, so this is a false statement. Distance between every pair of parallel tangent is 10. So that comes out to be true, because 5 plus 5 is 10. Distance between every pair of parallel tangent must be between 5 and 10. How can it be? Because then the tangent will come inside, right? There doesn't exist a point outside the circle from where length of tangent is 5. So I think this is the true option over here. Okay, see, we came to know that Q is the correct part, but read others also. Okay, students, so question number 10, option number C, no, option number B is Q, correct, right? They ask for true statement only, so we have to mention that. Just cross check if they ask for true or not true, right? So distance between every pair of parallel tangent is 10. That's a true statement. Now, question number 11. In this adjoining figure, TS is a tangent to a circle with center O, and the value of 2x we have to find out. Okay, so here you know tangent is perpendicular to radius, so this is 90. Now in this triangle SOT, one angle 90, the other 2 angles add up to also 90. So 4x is 90. So what about x? 90 by 4, and we have to calculate 2x, right? So 2x will be 90 into 2 by 4. So that comes out to be 45 degrees, right, students? So our answer over here is option number B, 45, right? So question number 11, option number B, 45. Now let's move to the next question, question number 12. If x into 2, 10, 30 by 1 plus 10 square 30 is equals to y, 2, 10, 30 by 1 minus 10 square 30, then we have to find the ratio of x's to y. Okay, so we just have to solve this thing, right? So how do? You just cancel these two part, right? So what am I left with? X 1 by 1 plus 10, 30 is 1 by root 3. So square of that will 1 by 3 will it become, right? When I square it, so equals to y 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3. So when you simplify it, 3 comes up. Okay, students, you take the LCM first. So 3 plus 1, 4. So x into 3 by 4, y into 3 by 3 minus 1, it will be 2, right? So again 3 cancels out and x by y changes to y comes here, 4 goes there. So it will be 4 by 2, which is 2 is to 1, right? So question number 12, C, 2 is to 1, right? Now 13th question. A peacock is sitting on the top of a tree of height 10 centimeter. Observe a snake moving on the ground. If the snake is 10 root 3 meter away from the base of the tree, then angle of depression of the snake from the eye of the peacock is. Let's draw a figure first for this. You have a peacock sitting over here on the top of the tree, and there is a snake over here, right? The angle of depression. Peacock is looking at the snake, so the angle of depression given, you have to find, right? So here theta. Tree height is 10 meter here, students, not centimeter, and the snake is 10 root 3 meters away. Okay, so we know perpendicular and base, so we will use 10 theta, opposite by adjacent or perpendicular by base. So 10 cancel, 1 by root 3. When is 10 1 by root 3? That's at 10 30 degrees. So angle is 30 degrees. So question number 13, option A, 30 degrees. I hope till here it's clear, students, right? Now question number 14. If a cone of greatest possible volume is hollowed out from a solid wooden cylinder, then the ratio of the volume of the remaining wood to the volume of the cone hollowed out is. So I have a cylinder here. Let's draw the rough figure. And you have hollowed out a cone from it, right? So radius and height both same. So volume of remaining solid, right? So remaining solid will be volume of cylinder, I'm writing short, minus volume of cone. Okay, so what's the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h minus 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 minus 1 by 3 क्या होता है, students? 3 minus 1, 2 by 3, right? So it becomes 2 by 3 pi r square h. Fine. Now what will be the volume of cone? It's this. So you have to find the remaining. So 2 by 3 pi r square h is to 1 by 3 pi r square h. We cancel this. We cancel 3. So the answer comes out to be option number C, 2 is to 1, right? Because only 2 and 1 are left, right? Hope it's clear, yeah? Now 15th one. If the mode of some observation is 10 and sum of mean and median is 25, then the mean and median respectively are. Okay, I hope you know the empirical relationship, the formula, which is 3 median is equals to 2 mean plus mode, right? That's the formula. So we have, let's say, mean ko I consider it as x. Let's say mean is, let the mean is x here. So median and mean ka sum is how much? 25, right? So median will be how much? 25 minus x, right? So 3 into 25 minus x is 2x plus mode is given 10. So let's solve this equation. 75 minus 3x equals to 2x plus 10, right? Okay. So take it here and there. Transposition karte hain. 75 minus 10 equals to 2x plus 3x. So that 65 is 5x. So x comes out to be 13, right? So x we assumed as the What did he assume x as? Mean. So that comes out to be 13, right? Okay. And median will be then 25 minus 13, 12, right? So option number B is our answer, 13 and 12. We assume mean as x, so it came out to be 13. Hope it's clear, students, right? Now, question number 16, that was 15. If the maximum number of students has obtained 52 marks out of 80, then, so 52 marks out of 80 is for maximum number of students, so that's when the frequency is coming many times and it is the mode, right? So option here is 52 is the mode of the data, C option, right? The most repeated one, right? So question number 17, the system of equations 2x plus 1 is 0 and 3y minus 5 is 0 has what type of solution? Here you don't have to find a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, because only there are equations given with one variable each equation. So from each equation get the value of the variable by transpositioning. So here x is minus 1 by 2 and for this one y is 5 by 3, different values. So it has what type of solution? Unique solution, right, students? So question number 17, unique solution. Now question number 18, in a right triangle ABC, right angled at A. So the triangle is right angled at A. So let me write it like that. Fine. ABC, or you can say ABC here anywhere. So B is here. Okay, let me take B down only, then it will be a little easier for you people to understand. Yeah. Now, sine B is given as 1 by 4. And we know sine is what? Opposite by, sine is always opposite by hypotenuse, or we can say perpendicular by hypotenuse. So sine B is given 1 by 4. I'm not taking variables in that. So find the value of secant B, right? Secant B you have to calculate. So calculate the adjacent side. So this is hypotenuse. So 4 square minus 1 square ka square root, when you do, that comes out to be 16 minus 1, root of 15. We got base as root of 15. So secant. Secant is given by what? Hypotenuse by adjacent or hypotenuse by base. So that's 4 by root 15. Hope it's clear, students. Okay. So question number 18, the answer is D, 4 by 15. When you solve, students, please make sure that you are marking the right option, right? Check it twice that you mark the right option. Okay. Now, moving on to the assertion reason questions. Assertion A for 19th question says that for any two prime numbers P and Q, their HCF is 1, LCM is P plus Q. Two prime numbers, they don't have any common factor, we know. So HCF is 1, true, but their LCM is their product, not their sum. So this statement is false. So we know there is only one option, assertion false, reason true. If by chance the option is changed, so please do check if the option is not changed, right? So for any two natural numbers, HCF into LCM is product of the numbers. That's a very true statement. So your answer is D here. Question number 19. It says that assertion is false, but reason R is true. Fine. Now, question number 20. In an experiment of throwing a die, event even, getting a number less than 3, and event E2 is getting a number greater than 3. So 4, 5, 6. So probability of getting only two numbers is, over here is 2 by 6, which is 1 by 3. And over here is it how much? It's 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2. Okay. They're complementary events. What do you mean by complementary events? That when you add these two, so 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2, is it coming out to be 1? No, half and half is 1, not this one. Yeah. So this statement reason is true that if two events E and F are complementary, then their sum should be 1. This is a true statement, but this is a false statement, right here, students. Yeah. So again, the answer for this one is also D, that assertion is false, but reason R is true. So students, we are done with the MCQ questions and we have taken 20 minutes to solve this because I've set a timer over here, right? So we are done till here. Now Let us move to section B. So section B also is most of the time is the easiest section, right? Section A could have some calculation part in MCQs which might take more time for you people, right? So keep 30 minutes for your section A maximum, okay? I'm doing a little faster so that we can solve the paper before 33 hours because I'm doing the OR parts also with you. So let's begin with section B now. Take a deep breath and let's start. Okay, now this section has 5 questions, you all know, all carry 2 marks. So let's begin with the first one. First one from linear equations. We have to solve the equations algebraically. So let us solve over here the first part. A part I'm solving here, right? So 101x plus 102y is 304 and 102x plus 101y is 305. It's a special type of linear equation problem, you all know, because here x coefficient, y coefficient in both the equations are same. So what we do is we add the two equations first. So what do you get when you add? 203x plus 203y is 609. Now divide both the sides by 203. So you will get what? X plus y is, if you multiply it by 3, you get this, right? This is your equation number 1. Now subtract the two given equations. When you subtract those two equations, minus 1x plus 1y, these two equations I'm subtracting, right? You get minus 1, yeah? So basically minus x plus y is minus 1, that's second equation, right? So I have the two equations now. Let me write them. X plus y is 3, minus x plus y is minus 1, right? Now add these two. What you get when you add? This x and minus x gets cancelled out. So 2y is coming out to be 2, 3 minus 1, 2. y1, okay students, when y is 1, you substitute in this one. If y is 1, x will be how much? 3 minus 1, 2. So you got your answer, fine. So please highlight your answer when you do, and if this way also you do, you will get marks. You don't have to write subtract this from that, just subtract, add, like that also works. Now let's do the B part over here. In a pair of supplementary angles, the greater angle exceeds the smaller angle by 50 degrees. Express the given situation as a system of linear equations in two variables and hence obtain the measure of each angle. So we need to get two angles, right? So I'll take a smaller angle is x and greater angle be y, right? Okay. Now pair of supplementary angles. So we know that x plus y is 180 degree. They add up to 180, right? Now the greater angle is y. So y is equals to exceeds the smaller plus 50. That's your second equation. So here it's an easy one. We just do substitution. Okay, put y in equation 1, right? So x plus 50 is 180. I put this value here. So 2x plus 50 is 180. 2x equals to 180 minus 50 is 130. So x is 130 by 2 is 65 degrees. So one of the angle comes out to be 65 degrees. Okay. So what will be the value of the other angle? Other angle will come out to be 180 minus 65. So you subtract 10 minus 5, 5. And 7 minus 6 is 1, 1, right? So y comes out to be this, x comes out to be this. So this was the OR part that I have solved. Okay, students? If you feel I'm going faster, you can pause the video and solve it also, right? Let me move to the next question. So, and also if you know you can solve the question, first try it on your own and then see how I have done, right? And if your answer is correct. So question number 22 from trigonometric identities. Part A, we'll again solve both the OR parts. If a secant theta, if A secant theta plus B tan theta is m and B secant theta plus A tan theta is n, prove that A square plus n square is equals to B square plus m square. So as m and n are given and here is square, so what we do is this equation first given to me, A secant theta plus B tan theta plus m, equals to m. I'll just square both the sides, right? Let's square. Fine. So Identity a plus b whole square. So a square secant square theta plus b square tan square theta plus 2ab secant theta tan theta is m square, right? Same way, I have this b secant theta. This is my equation number 1. B secant theta plus a tan theta. So I'll square this also is n square, right? So b square secant square theta plus a square tan square theta plus 2ab secant theta tan theta is n square, right? Now I got this. So what do? We subtract the two. What we will do is we subtract the two, right? So subtract 1 and 2 or 2 from 1, whatever. So a square minus b square आया, right here. So you see a square secant square theta minus, if I take a wala terms, a and a, so I can take tan square theta common like that from these two, right? A square common, secant square theta minus tan square theta, fine, plus b square, again here it is tan square, here minus, right? So I'll write tan square theta minus secant square theta, correct? These two get cancelled out because same sign we are subtracting, equals to m square minus n square. I subtracted, right? Now identity, you know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1, right? So here also I'll take sign change, a square, this is into 1 minus b square, I have to take minus sign common from here, m square minus n square, okay? So this will become a square minus b square is m square minus n square. Just do transpositioning. You have to get a square minus comes here plus n square, b square goes there, so m square plus b square, hence proved. Done, students. I just did squaring, so please take care. Now the OR part we will do, okay? So here I'll start with the given thing. We have been given that sine square a plus cos square a is 1. Using this identity, I have to prove this identity that tan square a plus 1 is secant square a. Okay. So whenever you have sine square cos square a and you have to convert it into cos square a, tan square a, sorry. So what we do is we divide both sides by cos square a. Fine. So see what you will get. Sine square a by cos square a plus cos square a by cos square a is equals to 1 by cos square a, right? So what do you get? Sine by cos is what? Tan. So tan square a plus 1 equals to secant square a. So you can write here what we used is on the side that tan a is sine a by cos a. Do mention what we are using, right? I'm mentioning everywhere. And then secant a is 1 by cos a. Okay, so we got it like that. Now they are saying hence find the value of tan a when secant is 5 by 3. Okay, secant is 5 by 3. So tan will be what? So tan square a is secant square a minus 1 by transpositioning. 5 by 3 square minus 1. How much will it be? It will be 25 by 9, right? So 25 by 9 minus 1. So I'll just shift it over here a little bit. So tan a will be root of 16 by 9. That comes out to be 4 by 3. Okay. So this is what you are going to get. Okay, students. Fine. So here we proved and here we found the value of tan a and here also we proved, right? Just highlight what you have done. Fine. Every places. Little neater. I have a space crunch, but you people please do it properly. You will have full pages with you, right? Now let's move on to the next question. Prove that abscissa of a point P, which is equidistant from points with coordinates A 7 1 and B 3 5 is 2 more than its ordinate. So here, students, you can see it's given in a different way, right? You don't have been given an equation that proves that this condition is there, or find a relationship between x and y. This is also the type of question. So equidistance, first thing, let me make it clear, it never means that the point is midpoint. Okay, please make it sure, because many of my students do it like that. They say it's a midpoint. I said no, midpoint is not. It's given not in the question that it's a midpoint. Equidistance, you have to use something else. So we'll do that. So abscissa, you know, a point Abscissa is the x coordinate, right? So I'll write over here, let the point P is like this. Okay, so as P is equidistant, so what is given to you, that PA equals to PB. Okay, so I can also say this implies PA square equals to PB square. Fine. So let's find out PA. So x minus 7 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square, right, is equals to x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square. Simplify करते हैं इसको. Open the brackets using identity. A minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. Please do it properly, yeah. X square plus 7 square is 49 minus 2 7s are 14x plus y square plus 1 square is 1 minus 2y x square plus 9 minus 6x plus y square plus 25 minus 10y, right? Now x square same sign, both the sides, LHS RHS cancel out, y square also. 49 plus 1 50 minus 14x minus 2. First simplify LHS, एक साइड को simplify करके then move to next, otherwise थोड़ा mistakes हो जाता है. 9 and 25 add up to 34 minus 6x minus. Now bring like terms here and there. So 50 minus 34 minus 2y plus 10y, and x I'll take here plus 14x. Transposition I am doing only. So take care of sign, minus plus ho jata hai, take care of that thing, right? So here 50 minus 34 is 16 plus 8y, and that's 8x. As 8 is a common factor in the whole equation, so we can divide the whole equation by 8. So 8 divided by 16, 2, y is x. This is what you have to prove, that abscissa is x coordinate, okay, is 2 more than the ordinate, 2 more than y. So we proved it. Correct, students? I hope it's clear. So equidistance means that the two distances are equal. PA equals to PB. P is not the midpoint. Please make it sure, until and unless it is given that it's a midpoint, right? Now, question number 24. P is a point on side BC of triangle ABC such that angle APC equals to BAC. Prove that AC square is BC into, this dot ka meaning hota hai into CP, right? So here figure is not given. So let's first draw the figure. So we have a triangle ABC. When figure is not given, please draw it little neater. Okay, students, if you are drawing with pen also, it has to be a neat figure, right? Okay, what else is given here? That angle AP, this point is P, not D, sorry. So P, angle APC, this angle is equals to this angle. Okay, fine. Only one thing is given here. So given in triangle ABC, angle APC equals to angle BAC. What do you have to, if you have time, write given to prove, as it is a 2 marker, not that important, but if you have time, please do it. Figure will give you 1 mark for correct figure, right? Now 2 triangles I'll consider here. If you see angle APC, right? I'll first write what is given. APC equals to angle BAC, right? And what else is there? You have angle C common, right? In both the triangles, angle C common. So I'm using a triangle APC and triangle. So as it is going here, BAC. So this full angle is equal, student. Sorry for this. So BAC I'll use, yeah. So angle ACP is equals to angle BCA. Fine. So by angle, so we have this angle common in both of them, right? C is common coming, right? ACP, okay, and BCA, both the Angles are common, so I can say triangle APC is similar to triangle BAC. So from this, let's say what we have, proportionality, right? So AP by BA equals to PC by AC is equals to AC by BC, right? Now we need AC square. So AC square will come from these two, right? AC into AC. So you can say from this AC into AC equals to PC into BC, which you can say AC square equals to BC into CP, right? This is what you proved. So here it is the similarity part, very important. Do mention what is the similarity rule, and here this was given, right, and this was common. So do mention every step here, right students? I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to the last question of this section. 25th question, the number of red balls in a bag is 3 more than the number of black balls. So let number of black balls not given, so I'll assume X, and how many are red balls? 3 more than the black, X plus 3 down. Next part, if the probability of drawing a red ball at random from the given bag is this much, find the total number of balls. So total balls कितना हो गया इधर वैसे भी, if you see from here, total number of balls x plus 3, which is 2x plus 3, right? And probability of getting red balls is given to you, and from here it is will be number of red balls by total balls, right? Favorable outcome by total number of outcomes. This is what we do. So probability given this, and this is x plus 3 is the number of red balls, and 2x plus 3 is total balls. I hope it's clear students. Let us solve it. I'll do cross multiplication here. So 12 into 2x plus 3 and 23 into x plus 3 solve करते हैं. 24x plus 12 3s are 36. 23x plus 69. So bring it here, 24x minus 23x equals to how much? 69 minus 36. I'll go here and see x comes out to be 33. So red balls 33, right? No, black balls come 33, sorry. So black balls comes 33. What about the red balls? 33 plus 3, 36. So total comes out to be 69, right? So right here, total balls equals to 69, right? You can write here also x plus 3, 36, and you add total comes out to be 69. Okay, so we are done with section B also. And how much time we covered? I think if you people have checked, you can check it out. It's I think we didn't take much time, right? Again 20 minutes or 15, 20. We are done with section B. Take a deep breath now students, have a sip of water also, pause the video, and then we'll move on to next section, section C. So here in section C, if you see, now the steps matter a lot, right? Because here the questions will be a little lengthier. You have to write proper given to prove everything should be perfect. Steps count in section C and section D. Okay, do write your steps in section B also. Do not miss any step. But here you cannot miss anything, right? In section C, some of the questions would be difficult, or in section D also. So they will be given in OR option. Most of the time the difficulty part is in OR option. So wisely choose what will be scoring for you. Yeah, you have to decide. Okay, students. Now section C is 18 marks. There are 6 questions of 3 marks each. So let's begin with the question number 26 of section C. Hope you have taken a break, have water. If you're tired while doing the paper, take a deep breath, start solving, right? In between your exam, keep sipping water, but don't take too much water, then you have to go to washroom. That's a wastage of time also. Okay, and keep breathing. If you feel nervous, deep breathe, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, don't get nervous if you find any question difficult. Skip that question for later part. Leave page for that. Okay, and don't do too much of scribbling also in between your paper. So let's begin with question number 26. A part I'll do first. That's an easiest part. I hope real numbers is perfect for you all, right? So you have to prove that root 5 is an irrational number. So let's begin with, let root 5 be a rational number. We start with contradiction, right? Okay, and we say that root 5 equals to a by b, where a and b are co-prime integers. I'm writing in a space crunch because here I'll solve the b part also, students, right? Now let's just do what? Squaring both the sides. So square, so you get 5 equals to a square by b square. Okay, so 5b square is a square. So what happens to this? This implies that this a square divisible by 5, also a divisible by 5. So meaning 5 is a factor of a, right? Let a is 5c, right? Let a is 5c. So put it back. So here 5b square is 25c square. So b square is 5c square. So this implies b square divisible by 5, or b is divisible by 5. Okay, so what does it show? That a and b have a common factor 5, right? So we are getting a and b as common factor 5, but this leads to contradiction as a and b are co-prime numbers. We just said in the beginning that they are co-prime numbers, right? We said in the beginning that this leads to contradiction because we said that they are co-prime integers, right? So what do we say? So hence our assumption was wrong. Therefore root 5 is an irrational number. Hope this is clear, students. We proved it. Yeah, so here you get step-by-step marks, right? So if I tell you, so when you say that this part will give you half mark, right? When you say that it's rational assumption, when you assume, right? And when you prove that a is divisible by 5, 1 mark, right? When you say that this b is divisible also by 5, right? This is 1 mark and their common factor. And then when you write about this contradiction, that will give you half mark. Okay, so 3 marks are divided like this. Okay, students, so don't miss anything. Fine. Now let me move to the b part of this question. So I'll write from here. Let p, q, r be the 3 distinct prime numbers. So these are what? Prime numbers are there. Check whether p dot q dot r, basically p into q into r, right? So let they are prime numbers and this plus q is a composite number or not. You have to check. First part is that. Then further you have to give examples of 3 prime numbers that satisfy these 2 conditions. Okay, let's begin with this. So you have been given p dot q dot r plus q. So can I take q common from this, right? So I can take. Abhi yahan kya aa raha hai? What does it shows? Yeah, this is this given number. So I write given number has, just write simply, more than 2 factors. दिख रहा है ना, 2 factors हैं, q भी है और ये भी है, right? Okay, so hence it is composite. Hence it is composite. Okay, number. Done. Okay, now it has part 1. You have to give example. Okay, let's take part 1 में let p को हम ले लेते हैं क्या? Let's think we can take p as 3, q को 5 और let's take r as 7. Sequence में चले जाते हैं 3, 5, 7. Okay, fine. Now 3 into 5 into 7 plus 1. Okay, ये क्या आ जाएगा? 3 5s are 15, 15 sevens are 105. So 105 plus 1 is 106. 106 तो even number हो गया. Yeah. So it is a composite number, right? We check that, right? ये composite भी हो गया. अब हमको ऐसा pair लेना है, ऐसा group of 3 लेना है कि prime number आए. We got the composite part, right? Now let's think of it. So you have to think of it. अच्छा 2 try करके देखें. Let's piece 2. Q is 3 and R is 5. Let's take them. What do we get? 2 into 3 into 5 plus 1. So what do I get? हाँ even आ जाएगा यहाँ पे 630 plus 1, right? We got 31. So 31 is a prime number, right? So 31 is a prime number. I took very simple numbers, students. You could have taken others also, but better go for simpler ones only, right? So we got it, right? Now move on to the next question. I hope till here it's correct and clear with you all. Please cross check if we are doing it all correctly. Question number 27. Find the zeros of the polynomial. Hence write a polynomial whose each of the zeros is 2 more than the zeros of px. Okay. So how do we find the zeros of a polynomial? So we can middle term split it. You can use quadratic formula, whatever way is easier. It's a very smaller one, so we can do middle term split. So you know 3 4s are 12, right? 3 into 4 is 12. So factors of 12, 3, 4 will not work here. 6 and 2 we can try because 6 minus 2 is 4. So minus 6x plus 2x I'll use here because it's minus 4. So you have 3x common, x minus 2 plus 1 common plus 2 common, x minus 2. So x minus 2, 3x plus 2. So zeros will be, one is x2, another will be x minus 2 by 3. So we got the zeros, right? So first part done to get the zeros of the polynomial. Now what will be the new zeros of the next polynomial? It says 2 more than the 2 more, not double. Please make it sure. Yeah. So new zero will be, let alpha will be 2 plus 2, that is 4, and beta will be minus 2 by 3 plus 2. So when you solve it, minus 2 plus 6, so that comes out to be 4 by 3. So please make it sure what we are doing, right? So let's calculate first alpha plus beta. What will be alpha plus beta? 4 plus 4 by 3. So LCM 12. So that will be 12 plus 4 by 3, which is 16 by 3. And alpha beta will be 4 into 4 by 3, right? So that will be also 16 by 3. So the polynomial, right? So px will be given by x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. You don't have to take that k also. You can do like this only. So x square minus 16 by 3x plus 16 by 3. Okay. You can also write it in this form. It can also be 3x square minus 16x plus 16. So you can get answer with this also. You can get answer with this also. Right, students? Both will give you answer. There will be no cut in the answer. So getting the zeros will give you 1 mark here. Right? Okay. Finding new zeros. I got alpha beta half mark, and then right, half mark for this, and 1 mark you will get for the final answer. Okay, students, is that okay or no? Now let's move to the 28th question. Check whether the following pair of equations is consistent or not. If consistent, solve graphically. Now drawing the graph is very important part. Okay, so how do we do it? First, in your lined sheet, get the tables for both the equations. So first one is x plus 3y is 6. So take at least 2 to 3 values for plotting, right, students? X, y. So when you put x as 0, x को 0 put करा तो y will be 6 divided by 3, 2. Okay, when you put y as 0, y को 0 put करेंगे तो x will be 6, right? 2 values you got. One more if you want to try, you can take. Put y as 1. When I put y as 1, x will be 6 minus 3. That will be 3. Okay, fine. Now let's take the second equation. 3y minus 2x. I forgot one step here. First check whether they are inconsistent or not, right? So to check if the equations are consistent, what do we do? Get a1 by a2. B1 by B2, C1 by C2. Okay, what is A1 by A2? That's, it is y here, to please take care. X का coefficient here 1, in this it is -2. So 1 by -2. B1 by B2 is what? 3 by 3, both of them. So you don't have to check C1 by C2 here, but we'll write. Okay, so this is coming as -1 by 2 by 3 by. So A1 by A2 not equals to B1 by B2 here, right? So it's consistent, right? So you write it is consistent. It is important because you have to tell, right? So you will get half mark to calculate this, half mark to write it is consistent, right? Fine. This part will give you 1 mark. Now rest 2 marks are for the graph. So let me just get the values of x and y for this also, right? Let's put x as 0. When I put x equals to 0, so what will be the y value? -12 divided by 3, so -4, right? When I put y as 0, ये 6 आ गया, तो हमारे पास ये point of intersection also we got, right? So while plotting, अभी मैंने ये एक sheet इधर have taken, right? I hope you can see it. So let's try to plot it. Okay, so I'll just put see if I can drag it somewhere here. Okay, right. So now what are the values over here? 6 tak we have to go, so let me just take it more. So this is my origin, x-axis, x dash, y and y dash, right? So now let's take x is going till 6, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and y I'm going to take only till y is going maximum till 2 only, so let me take 1 2 3 4. What about here? Minus x is not there, y is there, so you have -1 -2 -3 -4. Okay, so we have one point in common, that's this point. Okay, this is your 6 and 0, mark it over here, and then you have the first equation I'm plotting first, 0 2, x is 0, so it is over here, right? It is 0 and 2, and another one is 0 and -4, right students? So let's join the lines. So first one, use proper scale to do it. Okay, fine. The second one, this I have to delete. Let me just, I have to just select it and move this one a little here. Okay, so we are done with the line. Little bit this also has to be moved. Yeah, okay, do it with proper scale and pencil. Now the first line, let me mention which is the first line. This one is x plus 3y is 6, and which is this one, 3y minus 2x is -12, right? We are done with this. Their point of intersection also is there. Yeah, so you have to mention the solution of the equation is what? 6 0. That's the point. If you mention that, you will get half mark for this only. Graph will give you only 1.5 mark, half mark coming from here. The solution, point of intersection is important to mark, right? Done till here. Now I hope you know graph, you have to draw on graph sheet. Okay, don't draw on the lined paper, please. Now question number 29, if the points A 6 1, B P2, C 9 4, D 7Q are the vertices of a parallelogram ABCD. So for this, I'll just draw a rough figure for you. You don't have to draw this rough figure in your exam, but if you do, it's good only. A, B, C, D. Faster to make you understand also, I'm doing it. 9, 4, and this is 7q, right? And find the values of PQ. We need to find the values of PQ. This is given. Hence, check whether it is a rectangle also or not. We have to check. So, to find the value of PQ, you all know the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Yeah, so you have to write this line here. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, fine. Okay, let at O over here. So O is the midpoint of both. So O is the midpoint of both AC and BD, right? So coordinates of midpoint of AC will be equals to coordinates of midpoint of BD, right? So midpoint of AC के coordinate, you know midpoint formula, बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. 6 plus 9 by 2 comma, this is 9 only ना, right? हाँ, 9 plus 4 by 2. Okay, 6 plus 9, wait, I wrote something wrong. Yeah, it should be 1. So 6 plus 9 by 2, x coordinate x1 x2, and 1 plus 4 by 2, that's the coordinate of AC के midpoints O का. And then here it is 7 and P, so 7 plus P by 2, x1 x2, and Q plus 2 by 2, right? Equating correspondings. Yeah, so you have 7 plus P by 2 equals to 6 plus 9 is 15 by 2. So from here 2 cancel, P comes out to be 15 minus 7, 8, right? So we got P as 8. Fine. Now from here what you get, 1 plus 4 is 5 by 2 equals to Q plus 2 by 2, 2 cancel, Q comes out to be 5 minus 2, 3. So you got P and Q, 8 and 3, right? So 1 mark for all this part, half mark for this calculation. Yeah, 1.5 mark done. 1 here, half here. Now the other part, check whether the ABCD parallelogram is a rectangle or not. So you know parallelogram hai to opposite sides are equal, but to check if it is a rectangle, check the diagonals. If diagonals are equal, rectangle it is, right? Fine. So diagonals of rectangle are equal. So let's see the coordinates of AC to calculate diagonal AC. So we have the coordinates of AC, we need to find the distance. So using distance formula, 9 minus 6 square plus 4 minus 1 square. You know x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 whole square, and you do the square root. So 9 minus 6 is 3 square, 3 square is 9, again 9, so 9 plus 9 is 18, so that's 3 root 2, right? Okay, so if you write root 18 also works, but simplified 3 root 2. Okay students, then diagonal BD, let's calculate. You have P का value हमारे पास आ गया है, तो please make sure you put that P as 8, right? So I'll write it over here. It is 8 2, and this is what, 7 3, right? So 8 minus 7 square plus 2 minus 3 square, right? So what it is coming as, 1 square is 1, minus 1 square also 1, that's coming root 2. So AC not equals to BD. So diagonals are not same. So we say that ABCD is not a rectangle, right students? So to calculate both the diagonals, half mark for this, half mark for this, okay, and half mark for writing this. So I've given you the marks distribution also. I hope till here it is clear, right? Now let's move to the question number 30. It has OR part also, so I'll solve both the parts, right? So prove that cos theta minus 2 cos cube theta by sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta plus cot theta is 0. So let's begin with the LHS part only, right? So I'll write cos theta minus 2 cos cube theta by sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta plus cot theta, right? So what can I do here? I can take cos theta common, 1 minus 2 cos square theta. Here also Sine theta common, 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Okay, here I have taken common. Next step, what I can do is 1 ko can I change as 1, I can write it as sine square theta plus cos square theta, right? Because you know sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So minus 2 cos square theta over sine theta, and this one again I'll change. Okay, now cos square minus this, so this changes to cot theta, right? Okay, let me write what will happen here. Sine square theta minus cos square theta. Okay, because cos by sine I change to cot. Here cos square minus 2 cos square. Here sine square minus 2 sine square. So this is cos square theta minus sine square theta. Abhi, in numerator denominator both are almost same only, right? So we can cut them, but there will be a negative sign common. Yeah, so यहाँ पे साथ में प्लस कॉट थीटा भी था, प्लस कॉट थीटा वॉज देयर, प्लस कॉट थीटा वॉज देयर. So as minus sign I'll take common, so it will become minus cot theta plus cot theta. दोनों cancel 0. So that's your RHS. Okay, very simple step. I hope it's clear, right students? We need to cancel it by taking minus sign common. So sine square minus cos square minus sine square minus cos square, it will be done. Now the next part. Given that this was the A part I did, let me do the B part here. Sine theta plus cos theta is given to you as x. Okay, and you have to find out what? Prove that this is equals to this. Okay, so let's do one thing, calculate करते हैं इसको. So what's given? Sine theta plus cos theta given 1. So square both sides. Yeah, what we do is we square both sides. So sine square theta whole square हो जाएगा, तो we will be using identity a plus b whole square, ये x है बच्चों, right? So x square plus 2 sine theta cos theta equals to x square, right? This is 1. So x square we got value, right? Now x square we got value, so let's begin with RHS only, which is 2 minus x square minus 1 whole square by 2. Let's put the value, right? X square ka, what is the value of x square? 1 plus 2 sine theta cos theta minus 1 whole square by 2. So 1 cancel हो जाता है यहाँ पे, right? So it is what? 2 minus 4 sine square theta cos square theta by 2. Okay, so we can take 2 common. Okay, so what will change as 1 minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. अभी 1 को, as you see, it is sine square theta cos square theta. Can I write this one as if you want you can change it, because what you have to prove is sine 4 theta plus cos 4 theta. Okay, you remember the identities. So if I change it as sine square theta plus cos square theta square, right, minus 2 sine square theta cos square theta. Why? Because this is 1, right? Sine square theta plus cos square theta 1, uska bhi square. Why? When you open it up, right? When you open it up, now you'll see what it will change to. Let me just take a little space from here. So open it up, what you get? Sine 4 theta plus cos 4 theta plus 2 sine square theta cos square theta minus this 2 sine square theta cos square theta. This cancels out and you're left with only this part, which is your RHS. Sorry, LHS, not RHS. Now I hope it's clear, students, why I changed this 1 to this part, because this is 1 only, right? But as it is sine square cos square, so I made it square ka bhi square. Okay, so hope it's clear. So practice it, you will understand it more better. Now moving to the next question, the last question of section C. In this adjoining figure, TP, TQ are the tangents drawn to the circle with center O. If OPQ, this angle is given 15 degrees and PTQ is theta, find the value of sine 2 theta. Okay. Now here, let's begin how to do that. We know that OP is perpendicular to TP. You know tangent perpendicular to radius, right? So angle TPQ will be equals to 90 minus 15. So that's how much? 75 degrees, right? Now we know that TP equals to TQ. Tangents from external point are equal. So in triangle TPQ, what do you have? You have angle TPQ equals to angle TQP. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. I hope the steps are clear. I went that this is whole 90, so यहाँ से 75 लिया. Now these two are equal, right? So what will we do now? These two are equal, so they both comes out to be, both of them are 75 degrees, right? So you have angle TPQ plus angle TQP plus angle PTQ is 180 degrees, angle sum property. So from here PTQ is theta. So that's 180 minus 75 plus 75. So 75, 75, 150. So that comes out to be 30 degrees. So theta comes out to be 30 degree, right? Now what do we have to find out? यहाँ तक 2 marks हो जाएगा आपका students, right? So अभी we have to find out only sine 2 theta. So sine 2 30 degrees. Basically you have to calculate sine 60, which is how much? Sine 60 होता है √3/2. This will give you 1 mark. So we are done. Okay, done till here. Section D done. Section C done. Sorry students. Now take a deep breath again, sip some water, and let's move on to section D. Okay, so we have covered section C also with OR parts, right? Now let's move on to section D. Hope you have taken water. Pause the video and take water. And do solve along with me, right students? I hope you're solving with me. Now section D is the most important section, 20 marks ka rehta hai, right? And here steps matter a lot. Formula, step, everything matters a lot. Draw the figure properly, solve step by step. तो यहाँ पे अगर 32A लिखा है तो check there is OR part also. So we'll be solving OR part also. Okay, fine students. Together with that, so there are 4 questions in this, all 5 markers. So let's begin with our first question. There is a circular park of diameter 65 meter. Okay, so this AB is 65 meter as shown in the figure, where AB is the diameter. An entry gate is to be constructed at point P. यहाँ पे they have to make a gate on the boundary of the park such that a distance of point P from A is 35 more than the distance of point P from B. Find the distance of this P from A and B. Okay, let's start it. So what do you start with first? So we'll say let, solution करते हैं इसका A part का, let distance of P from B, I'll take it as x meter. Okay, it's all in meters, yeah. And therefore distance of P from A will be how much? It is 35 more than that. So x plus 35 meter, right? Now, abhi AB is the diameter, right? So angle APB is angle in semicircle, right students? You know 9th grade theorem, right? So angle in semicircle, so therefore angle APB is 90 degree, right? So it's a right triangle. So in right triangle APB, you know hypotenuse square is perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is AB, right? Because this is 90 degree angle. Perpendicular you can take AP and BP square. So AB का value हमको given है 65 square. use करेंगे हम इधर. AP we have taken as how much? X plus 35 और ये हमने लिया है x plus 35 square. So ये quadratic equation का question है. Okay students, after doing this, so let's solve. 65 का square करने का एक shortcut है. Use that trick. 5 5 25, 6 7 are 42. Okay, so 4 2 2 5, x square plus 35 square, again that's 25, 5 5s are and 3 4s are 12, right? So 1 2 2 5 plus 35 2s are 70x plus x square. Okay, so bring this here. 4 2 2 5 minus 1225 will be 3000, right? After minusing 2x square plus 70x. I can divide the whole equation by 2 and transposition करके what I'll get, x square 70 divided by 2 will be 35x minus 1500 equals to 0. That will be your quadratic equation. Fine. So आपने जब ये assume करा, you got half marks here. Okay. You mentioned about right angle triangle and ये पूरा आपने बनाया, right? So that will give you 1 mark over here. Fine. यहाँ तक का. And to get the equation, yes, you got an equation. So that makes 2 marks. Okay, making the equation. Fine, everything. So 2 marks over here. So अभी तक 3.5 हो गया. आप सिर्फ solve करना है. Only the solving part. So 1.5 mark is left, right? Half mark for factorization. इसको either you do factorization or use quadratic formula. It's up to you, students, right? Fine. So इसका लेते हैं factors 1500. 150 60 into 25 होता है, right? If I check 150 is 6 into 25, sorry. So हम 60 and 25 ले सकते हैं. So x square plus 60x minus 25x. These are the factors. For me, always factorization is easier. But if you don't feel it, you can go for quadratic formula, right? So x plus 60 minus 25, x plus 60, right? So आपके पास आ गया x plus 60 or x minus 25 is 0. So from here we are getting two values. Either x is minus 60 or x is 25. So we will take which one? We will take the positive value, which is the 25, right? So we got x as 25. So distance of P, right? The answer P from B is 25 meter and P from A is how much? 25 plus 35, that is how much? 60 meter, right? So that's your final answer, students. I hope it's clear. 5 marker, yeah? So half mark for getting this, half mark for both, right? Half mark for this and 1 mark. So आप वो quadratic करोगे ना इतना बड़ा, आधा ही marks है उसका. Main है that you have to get the equation, right? Main 3.5 is for till getting the equation. So that's the most important part. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let's move to the P part of this. This comes as an OR option. Find the smallest value of P for which the quadratic equation x square minus 2 P plus x into x plus P square is 0 has real roots. Hence find the roots of the equation so formed. So पहले P का calculate करना है. तो for real roots we know what is the condition. What is the condition? I hope you know. For real roots, D should be greater than equals to 0. Okay, so one part we'll solve here. D का value होता है B square minus 4AC, right? So B is, I'll take it inside only, right? So it is 2P plus 2, right? And negative में है, fine, this is negative, तो उसका whole square. 4 into A is 1 and this is P square. So simplify करते हैं, negative becomes positive. So identity use करते हैं 4p square plus 4 plus 2 2's 4 8 8p minus 4p square greater than equals to 0. Okay, so ये तो cancel out हो गया. So you have 4 minus 8p, right? Okay, fine, student. So or you can just write it like that. 8p, इसको ऐसे ले लेते हैं बेटर. So p is greater than minus 4 by 8 or p is greater than equals to minus 1 by 2. Okay, so smallest value will be, so smallest here will be minus only, right? Smallest value will be minus 1 by 2. Okay, minus 1 by 2 है, उसको put करते हैं. So put in given equation. So p का value x square minus 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1x plus minus 1 by 2 square equals to 0. So x square minus 2 into 1 by 2 because 1 minus 1 by 2 x plus 1 by 4 is 0. So ये हो गया x square minus x plus 1 by 4 is 0, right? Or you can also write it as 4x square minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0 by taking LCM. Now इसको factorize करना है. So let's factorize it. 4 ही आ रहे हैं. So minus 2x can I use here? So from here I take 2x common, so 2x minus 1, minus 1 common, 2x minus 1. So you have 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So two values of x coming out to be. So let me write the two values of x here. X is 1 by 2. Here also x is 1 by 2. So we got the roots for this equation. We got the value of p also, right? Done. Okay. So how you get it? First thing, half mark you get when you write this statement, that b square minus 4ac is, when you put it, get the value of p, this whole will give you. So after substituting this value only, half mark for this and 1 mark for solving it, right? So 2 marks iska ho gaya. Then half mark you write karne ka, 2.5 is done. Now 2.5 for this, when you put the value and get it, putting it half mark only and getting it, you get till here 1 mark, right? Yahan tak aane ke liye, and then the whole 1 mark for this thing, right? To factorize it half and to write the answer half. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Total 5 you wanna 1, 1.5, yeah, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5, both the parts, right? Now let's move on to the next question. Now, is question mein students, there was a mistake in the paper. If a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle intersecting the other two sides in distinct points divides the two sides in the same ratio, then it is parallel to thirds. थोड़ा सा confusing statement लिखा था इसमें, मैं बना के दिखा देती हूँ क्या बोल रहा है. That if a line is drawn parallel to one side, okay, बना दिया हमने parallel. Intersecting the other two sides कहाँ से आ गया? Intersecting the third side at a distinct point divides the two lines. थोड़ा confusing था. Basically it's parallel. Okay, so ये converse of BPT का statement इन्होंने दिया है. We have to prove the BPT only. That is, they just gave the statement of converse of BPT but made a mistake and then said that prove the converse and state the converse of the above statement. Okay, so the students last year who got confused with the statement, okay, and they didn't do anything, they lost marks. But those who just proved BPT, okay, made the figure and all, they got full marks. जिसने थोड़ा सा भी attempt करा है. So whenever you feel there is a problem in a question, उसको कुछ तो attempt करो, write down the formula or something, you will get full marks. Don't leave it, right? That's my एडवाइस टू यू. डोंट लीव एनीथिंग. क्वेश्चन में मिस्टेक है, कोई ना कोई आएगा बताने, नहीं कोई बता रहा है तो आप जो समझ में आ रहा है उसमें, जो आपको कंसेप्ट पता है उस चैप्टर का, डू समथिंग सो यू विल गेट मार्क्स, राइट? डोंट लीव इट अनअटेम्प्टेड व्हेन यू फील देयर इज अ मिस्टेक इन अ क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो लेट्स बिगिन. हेयर हमको बीपीटी ही करना है, राइट? थेल्स थ्योरम. सो स्टेटमेंट क्या है उसका? पहले यू राइट द स्टेटमेंट. सो आई विल राइट द स्टेटमेंट फॉर यू पीपल. आई होप एट दिस स्टेज you remember the statement, right? So the statement is, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, so here let's start with the proof. Okay, so what we will begin with, first we'll draw the figure. Let's say I have a triangle. A, B, C. I have a point D here, so I'll draw a line which intersects here, E, at E. Okay, so now what is given? What is given over here? In triangle ABC, you have DE. If a line is drawn parallel, so DE is given parallel to BC. What do we have to prove? We have to prove that the two sides are divided in a ratio, proportion, right? So AD by DB equals to AE by EC. This is what we have to prove. Okay, so for that we first have to do a construction, right? I hope you all know what the construction is. You have to draw perpendiculars, right? Draw a perpendicular from here to here. Let's name it as M. Draw a perpendicular from this to this. Let's name it as N. And join this BE. Join this DC, right? Figure should be perfectly clean, students. So construction is, we draw EN perpendicular to AD or AB and DM perpendicular to AE, and we joined BE DC, right? So let's begin with the proof here. We know here what we are using. We are using the area of triangle formula. We know area of triangle is given into half into base into height, right? So this is what we are going to use in this, students. So let's begin the proof. Okay. So what is area of triangle? ADE. I can write half into, if I consider AD is the base, so AD into EN, right? I'll write over here also area of triangle ADE. If I consider AE is the base, then DM. AE is the base, then DM is the perpendicular, right? See, AE base DM and EN base perpendicular to AD is the base. I have taken that. Now, perpendicular EN is also perpendicular for triangle, this one, right? So I'll take BDE also. If I consider the triangle BDE, so area of triangle BDE, what is that? Half into, the base here is BD or DB, right? And perpendicular EN, and together with the DM as perpendicular, I consider triangle DEC, right? Area of triangle DEC, that is half into base, I'm taking EC, and perpendicular is DM, right? Okay, students, here what will be the ratio of these two if you divide them, right? So let's say the ratio, when I divide them, so I can do this part, so half half, EN get cancelled out, right? Correct now, if you see. So from here, what do you get? This area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE comes out to be AD by DB, and area of triangle ADE by area of triangle DEC is coming out to be AE by EC. Now, the most important thing, this BDE and DCE triangles, they are between the same parallels and on the same base. DE is the same base there, yeah. So I'll just write one statement here. What I'll do is I'll just move this question a little down. I need 2 line space here, yeah. So triangle BDE and triangle DEC, they are on the same base and between the same parallel, BC and DE. So therefore, area of triangle BDE equals to area of triangle DEC. अभी ये AD तो सेम ही रहेगा एरिया, ये भी इक्वल हो गए. So from 1 and 2, what do you get? They are same. So from 1 and 2, what do you get? AD by DB equals to AE by EC, right? This is done. We proved it. Yeah, students, see why I have done it in such a way that I took AD same with different perpendiculars and base, and then corresponding to that below that, it's easy to solve it like that. Yeah, you remember also it faster in this way, right? So I hope this is clear. We have done with the proof of BPT, right? Now let's move to the next question. If you feel I'm going faster, you can pause the video, right? And you can solve first and then continue watching it, yeah? Okay, so almost 1.5 hours is going to be over now. We are on question number 33, B part, or part also we are solving. So here in this adjoining figure, triangle CAB is a right angle triangle at A. AD is also perpendicular to BC. Prove that ADB, this triangle, and CDA, they are similar. And if you got the values BC 10, CD, BC is given as 10 whole, CD is given as 2, we have to find the length of AD. Okay, let's begin with this. How to prove similarity here? So here, यहाँ पे angles are given. So what we will do is, I'll just start with something like that. That let angle B, I'll take it as x. Okay, this is x. So in triangle ADB, if you check 90, ये 90 है, ये x है. So what will be this? 90 minus x, right? Okay, angle DAB. So therefore angle DAB will be 90 minus x. Okay, using angle sum property. Fine. Same way, if this is x, this whole is 90. So this is in triangle DAB I wrote. Now in triangle ABC, angle A 90 है, angle B is x. So therefore angle C is how much? 90 minus x. This is 90 minus x. So why I'm doing is I'm trying to get a similarity, right? Okay, this step I gave. Now consider triangle. Now in triangle ADB and triangle CDA, ADB, so angle ADB equals to एंगल CDA में कौन सा एंगल हो गया? ये भी एंगल CDA, दोनों 90 डिग्री हैं, राइट? ADB CDA, right? Another which angle is equal? We have either x you can use. ये x है तो यहाँ पे ये C is 90, यहाँ पे हो गया. Okay, तो I can use, so where is my pen? Yeah, I can use angle DAB equals to angle DCA 90 minus x, right? So by AA similarity, what do you have? Triangle ADB is similar to triangle CDA. Clear till here, students? Now with similarity we have the proportionality. So AD by CD equals to DB by DA, right? AD by CD, DB by DA equals to AB by CA. What do I have to calculate? AD I have to calculate, right? So, and I'll use this part then, correct? I'll use this part. Okay, so AD I'll use over here. AD by CD equals to DB by DA. So DA, AD into DA, same thing, is CD into DB. Okay, so AD DA, it's DA square or AD square, whatever you want to use. CD is 2, DB is 10 minus 2, right? So 2 into 8, that's 16, that's AD square. So AD comes out to be 16 square is 4 centimeter, and we are done with our answer, right? So I hope it's clear, students. Okay, so here for proving that you need 1.5 mark, right? 2.5 marks till here, not 1.5 marks, sorry. So 2.5 to prove it similar. Okay, then getting that proportionality, you'll get half mark here. Okay, fine. And solving it all, you will get full 2 marks. Okay, so you will be getting your marks like that. This is the distribution. This was easy, 5 marker, right? Now question number 34th. From one face of a solid cube of side 14 centimeter, the largest possible cone is carved out. Find the volume and surface area of the remaining solid. Okay, so 2 parts here, easy parts. Let's first draw a rough figure. You have a cube. Not cube, it looks like a cuboid, please. So we have taken out a cone out of it, right? So what is the diameter of the cone then? Diameter of cone is 14 centimeter because the whole side, right? So R will be 14 by 2, 7 centimeter, right? And height of cone H will be 14 centimeter. So you will get half mark for this. So L हमको calculate करना है because we need surface area also. So H square plus R square, let's calculate first only. 196 plus 49, so that gives you how much? 5, 1 carry over, so 245, right? So that's how much? 5 4s are 20, 59 into 5, so that changes to 7 root 5. That is why the value of root 5 given to you. So put it down and solve it. It comes out to be 15.4 centimeter, right? So this part is done. Okay, so calculating till here, 2 marks you will get for all this part only, right? When you mentioned everything. Now, let's get to the volume now. So volume of remaining solid. Write this statement properly, students. So what is that? That is volume of cube minus volume of cone, right? I am right only. So 14 cube minus 1 by 3 pi r square h. Put करते हैं values. 14 cube multiply करोगे, 14 square is 196, right? So यहाँ पे side में calculation कर लेते हैं. 196 into 14 you do. Okay, so what do you get when you multiply? So 6 4s are 24, 2 carry over, 9 4 36 2 38 3 7 0 6 9 1. So it's 4 8 6 14 1 7 2 7 4 4, right? So we get it as 2 7 4 4. 1 by 3 pi you have to use 22 by 7. Radius is given as 7 and 7 and height is 14. So cancel. So when you multiply, what all you will get? You can't cancel further, right? So let's do cancellation like this, not 7 7. इसको थोड़ा और easy कर लेते हैं. So 7 2. So basically you have 44 into 49, right? So let's multiply 44 into 49. So what do we get? 9 4s are 36 3, 36 9 3, 0 4 4 16 1 1 7. So 6 5 1 11 2 1 5 6, right? So you are left with 2744 minus 2156 by 3. Okay, so let's divide it also first, right? 2156 divide by 3, 2156 divide by 3. Here you can see it's a lot of calculation part. 7s are 21 5, so 1s are 3 26. Okay, so 8. Okay, अभी आया 24 और 2 आता है तो पता है 6666. So I'll write it as 2744 minus 718.67, right? So ये minus करेंगे and we'll get the answer. Let me erase this part to get the answer. So it's too much of calculation, students, right? Okay, so 2744 में से 718.67 minus करते हैं 00. So 3 again 3. 13 minus 8 5, 3 minus 1 2, 0 2. Okay, so your answer comes out to be 2025.33 centimeter cube. That's the volume coming out to be. Okay, you can also multiply, leave your answer in fraction. वो भी time लगता है, ये भी time लगता है, दोनों में ही time लग रहा है. But yeah, volume we got. Okay, the first part done. Now they ask what the surface area of the remaining solid. Okay, so let's do that part also faster. So it will take time in calculation in this question, students. So please make sure you have time for this, right? And getting final answer, you get only how much time to solve it. Based on that, you just do one thing is take some leave. You can also leave actually. Basically इतना आने के बाद अगर छोड़ोगे तो half mark जाता है. But if you have time, do it. If you are wasting a lot of time, then don't do it. Okay. Now surface area. Let's go to surface area of remaining solid. So that will be how much? That will be surface area of cube. TSA of the cube I'll do, right? Plus CSA of what? Cone I'll do. Minus base area of cone, right? That is important because that part you have to remove. Don't take the TSA of cone. You remove this circle part. Okay, ये circle को हटाना पड़ेगा. Okay, so let's write the formula. This is 6 into L square plus CSA of cone is pi r L, base area pi r square. जल्दी जल्दी put करते हैं and solve करते हैं. So 6 into L is 14 into 14 196 plus 22 by 7 into 7 into 15.4 minus 22 by 7 into 7 into 7, right? So we need more space for the calculation here. This question will take time, students. You can note down how much time it is taking with me also. So 196 into this, let's do 6 6 are 36, 3 carry over, 6 9s are 54 plus 357, 5 and 11, right? You got this. Then minus what we will get here, 7 cancel. Okay, so 22 into this 115.4, let's multiply it again. 154 into 22, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 1 3 0, again 8 0 3, so this is 8 8 3 3, right? So one decimal, 338.8 minus 7 cancel, 154. Okay, there is a mistake here, it is plus. Yeah, now let's add these two and minus that part over here only. So 1176,338.8, इसको ऐड कर लीजिए पहले. So 8 0 plus 8 8 4 1 carry over 11 1 4 5 1, right? So this comes out to be 1514.8 minus, you have to do 154. So 8 0 11 minus 5 6 4 minus 1 3 1360. Yeah, so that's your final answer, 1360.8 centimeter square. So you can see the time taken here, right students? This question, calculation part in 5 marker, most of the time is there, right? That will take your time, so please spare time for this calculation. And if you feel you will do calculations wrong at the end of the paper, so do D section in the beginning. But do not waste more than 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes in one question of 5 marker, right? Now let's move to question number 35, the last question of section D. Following distribution shows the marks of 230 students in a particular subject. If the median marks are 46, find the values of x and y. So here, simple table we have to draw. So I'll also draw the table because in exam you draw. So let's write marks, number of students, that's your frequency, and we calculate CF, right? So 10, 20, let's write the class size, class interval first, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 12, 30, x, 65, y, 25, 18. Hope all values correct. Cross check when you write down, there is no mistake that you copied here, right? And their summation of fi's is 230, sorry. Let's see, calculate CF. So 12 first, 12 plus 30 is 42, then 42 plus x, then 42 plus 65 is 7, 107 plus x, then 107 plus x plus y, plus 25 will be 132 plus x plus y, and 18 will be how much? 150 plus x plus y. Okay, so making table, you will get 1 mark here, correct? Okay, previous one I forgot to tell, I'll tell later on. Okay, now here let's start solving it. I'll just take more space for this and move the case study section a little below. Okay, now here we have been given that 150 plus x plus y is 230, right? So from here x plus y is 230 minus 150, which is how much? 80, comes out to be 80. So this part will give you again 1 mark. Okay, and median given to you as 46. When median is given, so you can check median is given. So what is your median class? You don't have to find out by n. So median class given, n by 2 nahi karna hai, it's 40 to 50 because it's in between that, right? So that's your median class. So what's the formula now? Let's write down the formula for median here. L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H, right? That's the formula. So what is L here? 40. N by 2, 230 divided by 2, all right, minus what is the cumulative frequency of the previous class? That's 42 plus X by what is the frequency here? It is 65. Class size 40 minus 30, all are 10 only, right? Okay. Now let's calculate and solve it. We will be given it as 46. So bring this 40 here. Don't take LCM and unsolve it. Bring this 40 over here. So 46 minus 40 equals to 115 minus 42 minus x by 65 into 10. So this is how much? 5 cell cancel, 13, and that will be 2. Okay. So what is 115 minus 42? When I subtract, I'll get this is 6. Bring this 13 up, divide by 2. This is 73 minus x. Okay, so this is 3. So from here, I'll rewrite it here. 39 is 73 minus x. So x is 73 minus 39, which is 34. So we get the value of x. So x is this. Y is 80 minus 34. So that's 6. 7 minus 3, 4. Okay, so y comes out to be this. So we are done. Okay, we got full over here, right? Done. Hence marks का distribution देख लेते हैं. Table for 1 mark, right? 1 mark for writing all this part here. Okay, you got everything here. Then putting the formula, solving, all that is 1, 1, 2, 2.5 for all this part. Okay, and answer getting half mark, right? Writing it properly, that's for half mark. Done. Previous question में 1.5 mark for the volume here. Okay, 2 marks was there. 1.5 only देखो volume के लिए था. तो आप अगर इतना भी कर दोगे तो you'll get 1. यहाँ पे भी 1.5 mark for this part, right? Okay, now we are done with section D. Okay, तो approximately हमें 1 hour 45 minutes हो गया है, right? Because I've set the timer. Now let's move to section E, the case study part. You know this section has 3 case study questions. Each question carry 4 mark. 3 questions होते हैं, सब parts होते हैं हर question में, and there is a choice in between that also. 1 and 2 marks का रहता है. So let's start with this. Okay, whenever the case study comes, many of my students say they don't read what is written. No, read it properly, right? So begin करते हैं first question से. Anurag purchased a farmhouse which is in the form of a semicircle of diameter 70 meter. He divides it into 3 parts by taking a point P on a semicircle in such a way that angle PAB is 30 degree as shown in the figure, where O is the center of the semicircle. Okay. In part 1, he planted saplings of mango tree. In part 2, he planted tomatoes, and in part 3, he grew oranges. Okay. Based on this information, calculate the given questions. Okay, if you want to take a break and have some water, take it. I need it because I'm speaking continuously. Okay, now you're tired till here, take a deep breath. Start with the question then, right? Now, what's the measure of angle POA? अभी case study में भी students, you don't need to show proper steps, right? आप टाइम कम है, फटाफट सॉल्व करके उसको देख सकते हो. क्वेश्चन पेपर पे ही यू कैन टू गेट एंगल POA यू नीड टू ज्वाइन PO, राइट? PO को ज्वाइन करो. नाउ यू सी POOB, दैट्स आइसोसेलेस ट्राइंगल बिकम. नाउ P, this is 30 degree and we know this angle is 90 degree, right? So part 1 के लिए, और part 1 I can solve here. एंगल O हमको कैलकुलेट करना है ना, राइट? वेट, आई राइट दिस स्टेप ओनली. दैट एंगल APB 90 degree. You don't need to write a reason, it's angle in semicircle. So this will become 60 degree, right? So angle OBP is 60 degree, correct? Fine. So this is 60, this is also 60, equilateral triangle, so ये भी 60 बन गया, right? तो angle POB also 60 degree. So from linear pair you can say that angle POA will be 120 degrees using linear pair, right? You don't have to mention what you did, but I hope you understood. I got it using linear pair. Okay, if this is not visible with this color, I can change it. This is 120 degree. These are radii equal. As this is 60 using angle in semicircle, this also becomes 60, isosceles triangle. So third angle also 60. ये equilateral triangle हो गया. यहाँ ये 60 है linear pair से, it came out to be 120, right? Now, first part done. Find the length of wire needed to fence the entire piece of land. Okay, so entire piece of land will be only this diameter plus this length of semicircle. Okay, okay students, so what you do is, here you write it as it is pi d, or you understood na, pi d is 2 pi r. Okay, so by 2 we have to do, right? Because half of the circle we are taking, pi d is 2 pi r, and you have to do AB. So this is how much? 22 by 7 into, diameter is 70, so 35 is the radius plus AB is 70. So 5, so that's how much? 110 plus 70, so that's 180 meter. Done. You don't have to write fully steps here. So third part, I'll take the A one first. Find the area of the region in which the sapling of mango tree. So mango tree कहाँ पे थे हमारे? Mango tree were in part 1, right? So that's the mango tree, okay, part. So you see it's an equilateral triangle here, yes? So area of sector, so basically A part के लिए you do area of sector POB minus area of triangle POB. So area of sector कैसे निकालोगे? 60 by 360, theta by 360 into pi r square minus root 3 by 4. इसका रेडियस कितना है? 35 square we have to do. Okay, fine. 1 मार्क कितना लिखने से ही मिल जाएगा, वैल्यूज पुट कर देना बस. तो लेट्स पुट द वैल्यूज फर्स्ट. 60 by 360 is 1 by 6, 22 by 7, रेडियस 35 है. root 3 by 4 into 35 into 35, so you cancel, it's 5. This will go by 2 3s are 2 11. Okay, so when you multiply 35 into 55, let's do 55 into 35, so 5 5s are 5, 2 25, okay, and 2 is 27, 0 5 15, 1 15 plus 1 16, so 5 2 9 1925, so that comes out 1925 by 3 minus root 3 by 4 into, it will become 25, 3 4s are 12. That you can leave your answer like this, you will get marks here students. Okay, fine, you will definitely get your marks because केस स्टडी जब तक यहाँ तक आओगे बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा करने में, कम्प्लीटली सॉल्व करने में. सो यू कैन लीव योर आंसर हियर इन द केस स्टडी पार्ट, राइट. और पार्ट देख लेते हैं इसका, दैट्स बी पार्ट. फाइंड द लेंथ ऑफ द वायर नीडेड टू फेंस रीजन 3. सिर्फ ये फेंसिंग के लिए, राइट. सो इसकी फेंसिंग के लिए आपको कितना पार्ट चाहिए? ये, राइट और रॉन्ग. ये एक सेक्टर है मेरा, राइट. बेसिकली लेंथ ऑफ दिस सेक्टर. ओके, सो आई नीड लेंथ ऑफ सेक्टर. ये लॉन्गेस्ट पार्ट हो गया इधर. लेंथ ऑफ सेक्टर AOP प्लस आपको AP भी चाहिए होगा, राइट. और AP हमारे पास है ही नहीं, वी डो नॉट हैव दैट, राइट. ओके, सो उसको निकालने के लिए भी यहाँ पे आपको चाहिए होगा राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल का प्रॉपर्टी. दिस इज़ फुल हाउ मच? AB इज 70, दिस इज 35, सो यू हैव टू गेट AP. AP निकालने के लिए पहले यूज़ करो 70 स्क्वायर हाइपोटेन्यूज माइनस 35 स्क्वायर, राइट. ओके, सो 70 स्क्वायर कितना होता है? हाउ मच इज 70 स्क्वायर? 4900 माइनस 1225 का स्क्वायर रूट यू हैव टू गेट. ओके, सो लेट्स डू दैट. सो दिस इज़ अ लिटिल लेंथियर पार्ट केस स्टडी. सो इस पेपर का जो केस स्टडी आया था थोड़ा सा लेंथी था, राइट. -5, सो 9 - 2 7, 9 - 2 no 8 - 2 6 and 4 - 1 3 6 7 5, right. Root of 3675. Okay, that comes the length of AP. You can leave it like that 3675 because it's little lengthier, but इसको फैक्टराइज भी कर सकते हो. 5 से अगर डिवाइड करोगे तो 5 7s are, we can try that. It will go but it will take a lot of time, yeah. और अभी हमें ये भी कैलकुलेट करना है, तो लेट्स पहले फर्स्ट ये कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. लेंथ ऑफ सेक्टर AOP. सो सेक्टर AOP का एंगल इज़ 120 गिवन टू यू, राइट. ओके, सो यू यूज़ दैट. 120 by 360 into 22 by 7 into 2 pi r I'm using, okay, into 2 into 35, so that comes here 5, ये cancel हो गया 1 by 3. okay, so what you will get here, I'll just take more space here. 22 into 10, 220 by 3 plus root of 3675, okay, meters. This will be your length of sector AOP plus AP, right. So इसको प्राइम फैक्टराइज करके सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हो if you want. So I'll do it for you people because if you choose this to do, so it will go by 3 also. 3 1s are, right, 3 2s are, 3 2s are and 5. okay, so ये तो perfect आ गया 35, right. It's a perfect square of 35, so it didn't take much time. 220 by 3 plus 35 root 3, simplest version, yeah. डोंट गो बियॉन्ड दैट. केस स्टडी में इतना ज़्यादा कैलकुलेशन नहीं करना प्लीज़. लास्ट में करोगे तो वैसे ही टाइम कम रहेगा, राइट. Okay, now let's move to 37th one. In order to organize annual sports day, a school prepared an 8-lane running track with the integrated football field inside the track area as shown below. The length of the innermost lane of the track is 400 meter and subsequent lane is 7.6 meter longer than the preceding the lane. Based on the given information, answer the following question. Use the concept of AP, arithmetic progression here. What is the length of 6th lane? So let's begin with the AP. What is our AP? So पहला 400 है, then add क्या हो रहा है 7.6, so 407.6 राइट. उसके बाद फिर से 7.6 ऐड करो तो ये हो जाएगा 6415.2. कीप ऑन गोइंग लाइक दैट. ओके, सो यू हैव ए एज 400, यू हैव डी एज 7.6. तो पार्ट 1 6th लेन के लिए आपको कैलकुलेट करना है, तो यू हैव टू गेट A6. A6 इज 400 प्लस, यू डोंट हैव टू राइट द फॉर्मूला, डायरेक्टली जाओ 400 प्लस 5D, 5 इंटू 7.6 मल्टीप्लाई करो. 400 प्लस 5 6 30, 35 and 3 38. So it's 438 meter, right? First part done. Now for the second part, how long is 8th lane then the 4th lane? Okay, 8th lane 4th lane से कितना बड़ा है? तो basically what we have to do is we have to do A8 minus A4, right? फॉर्मूला लगा लो. A8 इज A प्लस 7D माइनस A प्लस 3D. सो दैट विल बी A प्लस 7D माइनस A माइनस 3D. तो आपको सिंपल कैलकुलेट करना है 4D. सो 4 इंटू 7.6, सो दैट इज 4 6 आर 24 to get 30.4 meter. That's done with the second part. Now third part here. While practicing the race, for a race, a student took one round each in first 6 lanes, then find the total distance. So first 6 lane में उसने एक राउंड लिया है, राइट. तो हमको ए पार्ट के लिए क्या करना है, हमको S6 कैलकुलेट करना है. यस, S6 का फॉर्मूला n/2 करके होता है, तो 6/2 2A, तो 2 इंटू ए इज़ 400 प्लस S6 है तो 5D, 5 इंटू 7.6. यू हैव टू डू दिस. ओके, सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं जल्दी से. ये हो जाएगा 3 इंटू 800 प्लस 7.6 को 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करो. 0, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन, इट्स 38. ठीक है ना. ओके, क्योंकि यहाँ किया था 5 इंटू दैट, सो इट्स 3 इंटू 8 38. मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. 3 8 आर 24, 2 कैरी ओवर 11, 1 कैरी ओवर 2514 मीटर. डन विद दिस. इसका और पार्ट ले लेते हैं. बी, स्टूडेंट टुक वन राउंड ईच इन लेन 4 टू लेन 8. वो लेन 4 से लेन 8 में गया है. ओके, सो टोटल डिस्टेंस, सो टोटल डिस्टेंस विल बी S8 माइनस S3. आपको 4 का चाहिए, 5th का चाहिए, 6 का चाहिए, 7th का चाहिए, राइट. और 8 तक वो गया है, 2 लेन 8. तो इसमें से माइनस करोगे S3 वाले को, तो आपके पास ये आ जाएंगे, राइट. ओके, सो दोनों का वैल्यू पुट करते हैं भाई. पहले 8 का 8/2, राइट. 2 इंटू 400 प्लस 7D है ये, 7 इंटू 7.6 माइनस 3/2, 2 इंटू 400 प्लस 2 इंटू 7.6. लेट्स सिंप्लीफाई. कैलकुलेशन ज़्यादा दे दिया इन लोगों ने इनमें केस स्टडी में, राइट. सो दैट इज़ गोइंग टू टेक टाइम हेयर. सो आई एम डूइंग और क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो, इसलिए मुझे थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम लग रहा है. 800 प्लस मल्टीप्लाई 7 6 आर 42, 4 कैरी ओवर, 7 7 आर 49 प्लस 4 53, minus 3/2 will be 3/2 only. So this is 800 plus add it. 2 6 are 12, 2 7 are 14 plus 1 15. So here 4 into 853.2 minus 3/2 into 815.2. I can cancel this. This will be 2 4s are 2 7s are 0.6, right. So let's simplify. 4 3s are 12, 1 carry over, 20 21, 2 carry over, 4 8s are 32 plus 34 minus 3 say, let's say 3 6 are 18, 1 22, 2 and 12, right. So we have to subtract this. So let's subtract. 3 4 1 2.8, 1 2 2 2.8. So 0 0, 11 minus 2 9, 1 and 2. Yeah, we got the correct answer here. So this is coming out to be 2190 meters. So done till here, students, right? Now the last question of the paper, the last case study. This case study many students found very confusing and difficult to interpret, but let's do it once. How do you people find it? The Statue of Unity situated in Gujarat is world's largest statue, which stands over a 58-meter high base. As part of the project, a student constructed an inclinometer and wishes to find the height of the Statue of Unity using it. He noted following observation from two places. Situation 1, the angle of elevation of top of the statue from place A, which is 80 root 3 meter away from the base of the statue, is found to be 60 degree. So इसका फिगर ये है, एक बार एक पॉइंट ए है, एक पॉइंट बी है. सो फ्रॉम ए उसको एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन ऑफ स्टैचू इज गिवन एंड दिस ए इज 80 रूट 3 अवे फ्रॉम द स्टैचू. ओके, सेकेंड सिचुएशन है द एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन ऑफ द टॉप ऑफ द स्टैचू फ्रॉम प्लेस बी. अब ये प्लेस बी है, ये एक पर्टिकुलर हाइट पे खड़ा हुआ है 40 मीटर अबव द ग्राउंड. दिस एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन इज 30 डिग्री एंड द एंटायर हाइट ऑफ द स्टैचू इंक्लूडिंग द बेस से लेके ऊपर टॉप तक इट इज़ 240 मीटर. बेस्ड ऑन द इन्फॉर्मेशन, पहला पार्ट है आपको पहला सिचुएशन 1 का डायग्राम बनाना है, फिर सिचुएशन 2 का डायग्राम बनाना है सेकेंड पार्ट में. देन you have to calculate the height of statue excluding the base, okay, and also find the height including the base with the help of situation 1, okay. Find the horizontal distance of point B from the statue and the value of tan alpha, where alpha is the angle of elevation of the top of the base of the statue from point B. So pehla let's represent the diagram. Okay, let's solve it using the diagram for students. Okay, so first वाला situation का हम diagram बना लेते हैं. पहले क्या है, एक statue है, right, simple चीज़. Let's say draw it like this. और एक point है A. A is how much away? 80 root 3, correct. And ये स्टैचू का एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन, लेट मी टेक इट एज P, इज 60 डिग्री, राइट. सो वी गॉट इट हियर. सिचुएशन 2 के लिए डायग्राम बना लेते हैं एक बार. लेट्स जस्ट ड्रॉ सिचुएशन 2. सिचुएशन 2 में क्या हो रहा है, यू हैव अ स्टैचू हेयर. ओके, सो लेट्स से P ही लिया था मैं, इसको नीचे बॉटम में C ही है, करेक्ट. बट जो B है इट इज़ एट हाइट, पर्टिकुलर हाइट. सो ये हाइट हम ले लेते हैं कितना, 40 मीटर यहाँ से, और यहाँ से इसका जो एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन है दैट्स गिवन 30 डिग्री. ओके, दिस R इज समथिंग एल्स एंड दिस टोटल हाइट इज गिवन टू यू. ओके, दैट्स गिवन टू यू 240 मीटर. ओके, अभी नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या कह रहा है, what it is asking now, calculate the height of the statue excluding the base and also find the height including the base with the help of situation 1. so situation 1 में दिया हुआ है हाइट, बट उसके बेसिस पे अगर हमें कैलकुलेट करना है, राइट. सो वी हैव, आपको PC कैलकुलेट करना है, राइट. इधर से लेते हैं. सो tan 60 डिग्री वी नो. थर्ड पार्ट का A मैं इधर ही कर रही हूँ. ओके, सो व्हाट यू हैव, tan 60 इज PC by AC, which is PC by 80 root 3 and tan 60 होता है root 3. Okay, so PC by 80 root 3. So PC will be 80 root 3 into root 3. So 80 into 3, it is 240 meter only. We got it. What is given to us? Yeah. तो वही चीज़ दोबारा कैलकुलेट करनी है. दिया भी हुआ है बट दे आस्क टू कैलकुलेट, सो वो थोड़ा कन्फ्यूजिंग लगा स्टूडेंट्स को भी, करना क्या है, राइट. ओके, देन फाइंड द हाइट इंक्लूडिंग द बेस, हमने निकाल लिया. एक्सक्लूडिंग द बेस ऑल्सो, बेस हटा दो. बेस गिवन है हमको कितना, द बेस इज गिवन एज हाउ मच, इट्स रिटन समवेयर. ओके, स्टैंड्स ओवर अ बेस 58 मीटर हाई, ओवर हियर इट इज़ रिटन, राइट. सो वो बेस हमको हटा देना है. सो दिस बेस इज गिवन टू यू हाउ मच, 58 मीटर. सो एक्सक्लूडिंग बेस is how much, 240 minus 58. So this is the base, let's say. So that 58 we have to remove. So इसको remove करेंगे तो 10 minus 8 2, 13 minus 5 8 and 182 मीटर ये आ गया, ठीक है. थर्ड पार्ट ए हमने कर लिया है. सो नाउ बी पार्ट हमारा रिमेनिंग है. फाइंड द हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंस ऑफ बी. दिस इज बी फ्रॉम द स्टैचू. ये स्टैचू के लिए यहाँ से हमको निकालना है, राइट. हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंस ऑफ बी फ्रॉम द स्टैचू. सो वी हैव दिस हाइट गिवन एज हाउ मच, 182 हमारे पास आ गया है हाइट, राइट. सो वो हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंस निकाल लेते हैं पहले जल्दी से. सो यहाँ से पहले 40 रिमूव करेंगे ये, बिकॉज दिस इज 40. सो दिस पी आर equals to, this is the B part I am doing. Okay, so we have 240 minus 40, that is 200, right. So horizontal distance के लिए हमको वो चाहिए होगा, right, correct, 200. So this is 200. So I have tan 30 degree equals to perpendicular by base, so 200 by this BR. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so BR is 200 root 3 meter. You got this, correct. अभी नाउ देयर इज अनदर सिचुएशन. ये जो वैल्यू इधर दिया हुआ है, राइट. सो वी हैव दिस वैल्यू ओवर हेयर. वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट नाउ. यहाँ पे 58 का एक और पार्ट था, राइट. वी हैव दैट 58 वन मोर पार्ट इन दैट, एंड दिस एंगल वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट, राइट. दिस वैल्यू ऑफ दिस एंगल, ओके. दिस एंगल वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट अल्फा हेयर. सो लेट्स डू दैट पार्ट. सो वी नेम इट एज P, नहीं Q इसको नाम देती हूँ. तो ट्राइंगल क्यू आर बी आई हैव टू कंसिडर, बिकॉज दिस 58 बॉटम एंड दिस इज अ लिटिल डाउन. ओके, सो दिस एंगल वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट. सो लेट्स से tan alpha will be equals to this QR, okay, by this RB. तो QR कितना हो जाएगा, 58 minus 40, okay. RB I calculated 200, this root 3. So this is how much, 18 by 200 root 3. So that value will be how much, if you find out to be, cancel it with this, which table we can cancel it out. So it will be 9 by 100, right. So I got the final answer as that value of tan alpha come out to be 9 by 100 root 3, or if I rationalize the denominator, so it will be 9 root 3 by 100 into 3, so 3, so 3 root 3 by 100, that's the value of alpha. You leave it here also, that works. Finally you will get your answer. Okay, so I hope it is clear, students. So we are done till here. So I hope till here everything is clear. We finished our paper in approximately 2 hours. Okay, hope you are following along. Yeah, so that's it. This 2025 paper, which most of the students found harder, is done. And still you are struggling with any specific question, okay, drop a comment below. I will help you out. Also students, do hit the like button if you feel that this paper has made your revision easier. Keep practicing, stay confident, and all the best for your exam. Do well in your exam, okay.